into Delph to shoot. Oh, how? No, 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 no. Hey guys, it's Ep13 here and welcome back to episode 13 of my Manchester City Growth. In today's episode, we've got ourselves a few games here. The first game is going to be against Newcastle, an away match for us to play on Boxing Day. Obviously a league game. Then we've got a game against Crystal Palace just 4 days later. That's another away match for us to get through. And then just a few days after that, we've got another league match to play. This one's against Watford. It's a home game. It gets us into January and into 2018 as well. But the game's obviously very, very tight. There's about 3 days before this game against Crystal Palace. And I think we've got 1 or 2 days. In fact, yeah, just 1 day's recovery before that game against Watford. So it's going to be tight. It's going to be a difficult episode potentially. We're going to see how it gets on. Hopefully try and get past those games with sort of 3 points for each of them. Hopefully going to try and do that, and we'll have to wait and see how it gets on. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit the subscribe as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with today's episode and let's see how we get on. This first game against Newcastle, and this is the team I'm going to go with. A few changes. Edison starting in goal, Kyle Walker, Company, Otamendi and Gulam starting in defence. Fernandinho, we've got Gundogan, we've got Bernardo Silva as well in midfield, we've got Sanchez, Aguero and Sané as our front three as well. So good starting 11 I think, despite the changes. Still a very, very good team, and let's wait and see whether it's good enough though to beat Newcastle. Okay, then here we go for this game against Newcastle. Let's see how we get on, try and get ourselves a victory in this game. Obviously currently in a good position in the league at the moment, 13 points I think in front of second place, so doing absolutely fantastically, running away with it right now. Hopefully going to try and continue that good run by getting ourselves a victory in this game. I say a good run, we've actually I think dropped a few points in the last episode in the league, so we have to try and get back on a good run to be honest, because we've right now dropped a few points. Luckily that's not really affected us in our position in the league table. Aguero trying to slip it through to Sanchez. Oh, is he onside or is he off? No, he's onside as well. Oh, how has he missed that? Difficult angle to be fair. It was tough for him to turn his body, but really good opportunity, just puts it past the post and it still remains 0-0. Good early opportunity for us there though. Aguero now into Fernandinho, looking to set himself up here if he can. Oh, strikes over the bar. Hits it so smoothly, but couldn't quite find the top right-hand corner. He's desperately trying to hit it there, but couldn't quite pick it out. So close. Another good chance, but lifted over the bar. Fernandinho into the channels there for Aguero to try and turn and shoot. It's going to be the goal. So Aguero scores and we're winning the game 1-0. 30 minutes into this match. It's just slipped in there, I think, by Fernandinho. Really good pass through. Sergio Aguero just gets somehow in front of his man. Somehow manages to get hold of it and get a yard on him as well and find the finish on his left foot. It's really good play actually from Sergio Aguero. Not so sure what the defender's doing here though, but it's a good pass from Fernandinho into the channel. The defender's got to be stronger. He's going to try and win back the ball. He allows Aguero past him and Aguero can finish off nice and easy. It's 1-0 and good to get ourselves a goal in the first half. Go on, Sané. Yes, fighting his way past the cells. He's still going. Leroy Sané keeps hold of the ball really well for now. Look for a cutback if he can. Into the path of Gundogan and he scores as well. That's a fantastic cutback from Leroy Sané. The way he protects the ball is brilliant there on the left-hand side. Just manages to keep away from the defender, avoid a couple of challenges and find that cutback. Okay, we get a little bit of luck. It falls to Gundogan quite nicely on a plate, but it's a great finish from him. Slots it into the top left-hand corner. I think it also might take a deflection as he shoots as well. Winning the game 2-0, and it's fantastic football at the moment. Newcastle can't handle us. We're attacking really strongly and quite rightly in front as well. Half-time, winning the game 2-0. Fantastic to obviously be in front by a couple of goals. Gives us a nice bit of breathing room. Obviously still looking for a third goal. We're going to try and push that in the second half. Hopefully get that fairly soon as well, just so we can settle down even more. Maybe bring on some other players and try and rotate things a little bit. Newcastle struggling to get too far up the pitch, to be honest. 0 shots. So yeah, kind of tells you the full story there, to be honest. They've not been great and they have struggled a little bit defensively at times. Just not been strong enough, which is a little bit surprising against quite a weak front three which we have. Oh, come on, ref. That's a terrible challenge on Aguero. Could have been an injury for him there. Is that Lascelles? Can't quite tell, but he's going to get a booking, whoever it is, and it's a poor challenge. A free kick opportunity for us here, and let's see what we can make of it, if anything. Fernandinho from this range always seems to be the favourite for some reason, but I don't know why, because, to be honest, I don't think he'd do very well for this sort of range. Sanchez maybe, 31 yards out. Is this a bit optimistic? Let's see. Not very good at free kicks, and yeah, just kind of proven that. I think it came off the wall. Sanchez, look over to Gundogan. Inside down to Kyle Walker. This is good play. Aguero returns. Can he get the third goal? Oh, everything but the goal. That interchange was fantastic. Really good bit of play there. Keep hold of the ball fantastically. Aguero looked for the turn, tried to get the third goal, but it was saved. They're going to try and get it straight in now through Gundogan with the delivery. Headed away. Okay, all three changes now. Just under 30 minutes left of this game. David Silva and Delph, along with Danilo, all coming on. We'll take off Company, Gundogan and Leroy Sané. Company's coming off. He's played quite a lot recently. He wasn't 100% fit before this game, but I put him in there for his quality, obviously. And Danilo will go play at centre-back now with Delph and Silva in midfield. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully there's still more goals to come. Let's wait and find out. I think I might just put Delphash on the left-hand side. I think Silva will be better. But slight little tweak. Hopefully that's going to improve us. And let's try and get the third goal. Ball through to Aguero. Aguero going to look back into Sanchez. This is good. Sanchez! Oh, slipped past the defender and the keeper, but also past the post as well. Still remains 2-0. Gutted about that. It was a great bit of play between Aguero and Sanchez. Good link up again. Found that in between the legs of the Sellers and must have taken a deflection because it's a corner. Good, now look for a... Oh, I was going to go for a header to be honest, but he tried the volley and it nearly worked. Oh, what a pass. Oh, Hossalu's coming inside. It's a great opportunity and they could not get the finish right. How has he managed that? Why has he gone for that side? Surely he'd go for the opposite side where the keeper wasn't there. Great chance. Still a good chance. Oh, look at the bar now. Newcastle having 1 or 2 opportunities here. It's been a surprise to the end of the game because they've done nothing most of the match, but now they're starting to create a little bit and are really pushing to try and pull one back, and you can see the amount of forwards that they're playing now. It's ridiculous the amount of attackers they have, and it might give us a slight opportunity to get a third goal still because obviously they're throwing a lot of numbers forward in an attempt to try and get a goal back, but at the moment it's not looking particularly likely for them to score. We just seem to be about resilient enough. Oh, well played. Aguero's won it back here off John Joe Shelby. Aguero's still going. Can he get the third? No, still couldn't find that corner. Good save by Rob Elliott. And we've still managed to keep hold of the ball though. Aguero's still looking to try and create a third desperately. Oh no, that's terrible. But that's it, 2-0 victory. Very happy with that result. Gets us 3 points. We know it should have been more goals. We should have had 3 or 4 maybe in this match. We couldn't quite get them. Rob Green did well actually at times and we didn't do so well at finishing. So that combination did mean that we didn't manage to execute all the chances. But 2 shots for Newcastle, not on target. Obviously they hit the bar and also probably should have scored for the other chance that they had as well. So they did actually have opportunities, but like us, they probably didn't take all of them. Well, they definitely didn't take them all. Okay, to this next game now against Crystal Palace, and this is who I'm going to go with. Edison starts in goal, Kyle Walker, Tosin, Stones and Mendy in defence. Got Yaya Toure, De Bruyne and Silva playing in midfield. Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus and Sanchez are our front 3. Tosin has to start, so I'm going to start him, see how he does. Pretty impressed with him at times when he's played for us. And yeah, I think he's 6'5" as well. I think that could be helpful against a Palace team like this. Not really too sure who they're going to play, but if there is someone like a Benteke up front or another big man, then we are going to obviously have to try and deal with that. So we'll see how it goes. Hoping for a positive result, hoping to try and get ourselves 3 points. And let's wait and see whether we are able to play against them because, you know, they can be quite a physical side, so it could be a tough game. Yes, they do have Benteke starting up front, so this could be a very interesting match for us. I imagine they'll be using him as the lone striker and trying to sit pretty deep and play maybe a few long balls, crosses into him. That could be a very interesting game for us today. They're starting with a long ball into the first 2 minutes as well. Stones deals with that well, but maybe a glimpse of what's to come, I think, in this match. Another long ball, that's probably the third one I think so far. Benteke wins it, and it was headed down to someone to hit. And it's a great opportunity for Crystal Palace. I think that's how the game's going to go for them. If they are going to have attacks, it's probably going to be through that method. Sterling looking for a low cross into De Bruyne. Oh, directs it towards Speroni, who saves away. It's a great opportunity for us. I expected that to go in actually though from De Bruyne. I didn't expect him to be able to save it. David Silva now lining up a shot and it's blocked. So far an exciting game actually in the opening 20 minutes. Crystal Palace looking for a bit of a challenge in this match, I think, the way that they're using Benteke so far. It's a flick to the back post and it's a goal for the youngster. Tosin scores. He's 6'5", but he didn't need to be that tall that time. He could get to it pretty comfortably. It's John Stones, I think, who flicks it onto his defensive partner. And you can just see the way, I think it's John Stones who pulls out here and just flicks it onto the back post. And it's a much easier header for Tosin there. And it's a fantastic bullet one into the back of the net. Winning the game 1-0. And it's the youngster who's got himself the goal as well to put us in front. Great start to the game, really happy about that one. It's kind of come out of nowhere a little bit there. Wasn't anticipating that to be such a successful cross, especially when the delivery was a little bit different, let's say. We've made the most of it and now we're winning the game. Sterling brings it down. This is good from Raheem Sterling. Going to go for a low-driven cross or not. It's fallen to David Silva on the volley. A little bit disappointed actually. I thought it was going to be on target, to be honest, but didn't happen and dragged it wide. Sterling into Gabriel Jesus. David Silva now into Yaya Toure. Oh, it was nearly a Toure classic, was that one. So close. It was nearly typical Toure with that strike. Really, really good opportunity. Hits the post though and couldn't quite find the back of the net. So close to a second. Oh, Benteke looking to get in behind. Not seen this so far. And it's nearly successful. John Stones struggling to keep up and it had to be saved by Edison. Out for a corner. Still think Crystal Palace might get themselves a goal in this game. They are looking a bit of a threat, and it was nearly us that gave them that goal there through Kevin De Bruyne. Time for another corner for us to try and defend. A lot of big names and big bodies in the box. Can we clear it away? Not first time. John Stones tries to beat Sacco to it, and a little bit of passing in there, but I think it was offside, yeah. Go on. Go on, that's a brilliant pass. Sterling, no. How's he not got the second? How have we not got the second? It's unbelievable the amount of chances we're having. The finish isn't there again. I don't know what's with our finishing at the moment, but it's not good enough. Not across all the career modes I'm doing at the moment. Our finishing isn't quite up to standard. And yeah, it's frustrating for us because we could be 2 or 3 goals up here. Half-time 1-0, disappointed not to be more in front, but Palace, of course, has issues themselves. I still think they might get themselves a goal, to be honest, in the second half. Benteke has been a threat at times. They've not looked to obviously keep possession, but when they've had possession, they've used it pretty well. Kyle Walker switching over to Sanchez. What a pass. Sanchez, he'll bring it down. Is he going to shoot himself? He will. Saved by Speroni. Limited chances, really. It's a difficult angle, but had to be done. It was a good start to the second half. David Silva now to deliver. Oh! I'm pretty sure it's not us that's connected with that. It's another corner. Kevin De Bruyne now from the opposite side. What's that one going to be like? Not too bad, actually. Connected with it, but saved. John Stones. Oh, no. This is what I meant. This is what I meant. I knew they had a goal in them. They've not had many chances, but when they get the ball, they look a threat going forward, and they've scored inside 5 minutes of the second half. And I think it's the centre attacking mid that they've got playing just in behind Benteke. Ball's being slipped through to him, and it's almost a little bit of a counter-attack where we have just had a corner. We should really have got back quickly enough, but Stones can't keep up and just gets in front, and he slots it past Edison. Frustrating one for us. We're level somehow. I mean, this is crazy to be level with the amount of dominance that we've shown, but yeah, I mean, it's Palace that have used the ball well when they've had it. And we've not taken our chances when we've had our chances, so can't really complain too much. Okay, then all 3 changes. A change formation as well. We're going to do this now. 30 minutes left of this game. Aguero, Sané and Delph coming on. David Silva, Sanchez and Sterling coming off. Change formation, obviously Mendy's going to go play as a part of the 3 at the back. Kyle Walker go play as a right mid. Delphi, Torre, De Bruyne just in behind the 2 strikers. We've got to do it. 25 minutes left. Yeah, I've got to see whether we can get ourselves a second goal. I'm not going to take any chances here. We want to try and win the game, and so yeah, bringing on some of the better-known players despite the game against Watford in 2 days' time. Ball through here. Zaha. That's not a second. He must be offside. He is. Whew, that was close. Too close. Look at Roy Hodgson. He thought it was a goal as well, but they've just brought on some more changes. It's the only issue when you go through the back. It does leave you a little bit vulnerable to sort of quite incisive passes, and you've got to make sure that you try and cut those out as soon as possible. You've also got to try and get players to go forward a little bit more as well. Leroy Sané dropping back too much for my liking. Oh my days. What are you doing? How has that happened? John Stones and Edison, an awful, awful defensive error. And it's Benteke that scores. I was just thinking a second ago, maybe this hasn't actually worked with 3 at the back, because it did seem like we were struggling. It seemed like we were chasing the game. Despite having 5 in midfield, despite having 3 up against their 1 striker, we feel like we were chasing the game. And we weren't getting the ball forward to our attackers. Really sort of bizarre since we made the changes. But look at this, it's dreadful. It's an embarrassment as that. So many players back and so few of their attackers as well. But Benteke scores 2-1, 87th minute, and this could be the game that we lose in today's episode. Kyle Walker now trying to find a ball through, but it's cut out by Sacco, cut out really well as well. Yeah, I think this could be a game that we lose to Crystal Palace. Well, the change of formations basically screwed us over a little bit, to put it bluntly. That's not worked at all. It's really backfired and resulted in us losing the game 2-1. Changes didn't work. The 2 up front didn't work. The centre attacking mid, just in behind the 2 strikers, didn't work. The 3 at the back didn't work. The 5 in midfield didn't work. And ultimately we lost the game because of that. So, frustrating match for us. Should do better. Crystal Palace, I mean, tactically they got it spot on for them. Used the tall man. That's absolutely fine. No issues with that. That's their style of play, playing to their strengths. And we haven't dealt with it properly, and gutted about the performance, really. Maybe Vincent Kompany should have started. Tosin asked to start. I went ahead with it. But yeah, maybe Kompany would have been better alongside Stones. Luckily for us, we're miles in front in the league, so it doesn't affect us that much. And we can't let it affect us in the next game either. So we are going to make some change, I think, to the player drills this week. Bring in basically Gabriel Jesus and try and get him going up a little bit. I think we'll train his finishing up first, and we'll move on to some other drills later on. But Ruiz will remain for the other 4 drills, and so we'll see how we get on anyway. And it doesn't seem like too much progress this week, just a few stats going up. Okay, so on to some emails now. We've just got news that Will Patching's loan has just gone through now. We've entered the January transfer window, and obviously gone into 2018 now as well. He's gone to Forest Green for a year, so we'll see how he gets on there. We've also got Tosin saying thanks for the chance. Yeah, I mean, he did okay, to be fair. I'm not going to complain. He scored a goal, so I can't complain that much. But obviously still gutted about the loss. to Crystal Palace. Yeah, but we'll get over it. We're going to lose games, we're going to drop points. It makes things look more realistic, of course, as well. Okay, on to the final game of the episode against Watford. Surprisingly, the team's actually pretty good that we couldn't put out, despite playing 2 days ago. Ederson starts in goal, Danilo, Company, Otamendi and Gulam in defence, Fernandinho, Gundogan and Delph in midfield, Silva, Aguero and Leroy Sané starting there as our front three. So this bench I've gone with, Davenport gets on there. That's probably the only sort of surprising one, maybe Mangala as well, but other than that, the usual sort of bench you'd probably expect given the players that we've left out. So let's see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves 3 points in this game. Obviously need to bounce back for a disappointing result against Palace. Okay, there we go for the final game of today's episode. Let's see how we get on. Try and get ourselves a victory here and 3 points to bounce back from the disappointing results against Crystal Palace. Ideally, we're going to come out here and tear Watford apart. Let's see whether that does happen. Got to try and get ourselves a few goals as well. We've been not really finishing as many chances as we should be in today's episode so far. That has to change. We've got to make sure we're scoring our chances. Hopefully we can do that. Obviously good team outs, and going to try and get ourselves an early goal maybe here as well. Gundogan now into Bernardo Silva turning out. Going to try and go on his right foot, and the keeper reads it really well. Bernardo Silva switching it to Sané. What a pass on a plate for him. Now he needs some support. Look for a cutback here into Delph to shoot. Oh, how? No. On a plate for him, on his favoured foot as well. Has he just missed the target completely? Oh, that is terrible. Watford have scored, and it's Lukaku with the goal. Don't know what's happened here. They've just somehow managed to go down the left-hand side and put it across to him. It's fairly simple. No one's really challenged there. It's a little bit worrying our defence at the moment, not quite managing to deal with what the opposition are putting on a plate for us. Otamendi clears the initial one, gets past Gundogan and Otamendi too easy. Company's left the 6-yard box. Company's gone. He's ready for an attack. What's going on there? Ederson gets something on it, but it's not enough, and it's just an easy goal for Watford. It's really bad. That's terrible defending. Got to deal with that better. And we're losing the game again. This is interesting. This seems to be a little bit of a turn of form for us at the moment. Hopefully not a long-term one. Hopefully just for today's episode. But a little bit more of a challenge maybe on the horizon for us here. Sergio Aguero trying to come inside and loses the ball. What's going on with this team? Aguero over to Bernardo Silva. Again, not enough really in attack. Bernardo Silva having to do this by himself. There's 2 Watford players around, so he's got to shoot, and it's saved. Leroy Sané beaten to it. Again, we're beaten to everything at the moment. We're not looking like we want the ball as much as Watford. And it's Bernardo Silva to deliver, and Gundogan certainly went for that, but still not managing to connect. Danilo going to go for a shot on his left foot's ridiculous either. Half-time, losing the game 1-0. Changes at half-time. Very, very clear about that. Not being good enough. So, yeah, we're going to make some changes. Disappointing. Really, really disappointing performance. And looks like there might be a bit of a theme occurring, really, with this team. It needs to change formation. I think that needs to be freshened up a little bit. I'm not a fan of the 2 striker situation. It didn't work in the last game. Neither of the 3 at the back. So we're going to stay with the 4 at the back, stay with the 1 striker, but a little bit of a change here to obviously a 4-2-3-1 wide. Okay, so Fernandinho coming off. He's got himself an injury, so yeah, we're not going to continue with that. Sterling will come on, plays a right mid here, and Bernardo Silva going behind Sergio Aguero. I don't think we played Bernardo Silva in a centre-attacking mid-type role, to be honest, so maybe a little bit interesting for him. Certainly not playing there very regularly either, so yeah, we'll wait to see how he deals with that. Hopefully he can get involved a little bit more. What is Gulam doing? Why is he running backwards and looking at the player? Go for the ball, you idiot. That was terrible. It's little things like that which are just going so wrong for us at the moment. We're at risk of losing this game by more than just 1. Why are they controlling this game? It should be ours to control this one. Don't know what is going on. They're going to have to change something again. So it's just falling away from us this game, which we will probably end up losing it by more than 1 if we don't change. Okay, final 2 changes. Gabriel Jesus and De Bruyne to come on. We're going to take off Sergio Aguero and Silva. We're having a real issue with this Watford strength that they have in midfield. Decore's winning it back. Every time it goes into Bernardo Silva, he'd win it back. De Bruyne's a little bit bigger. Hopefully that improves us, helps us to keep the ball a little bit better, because our strikers in the centre-attacking mid are not keeping it for long enough. And when you can't keep the ball with them, then you're struggling because you can't get to the goal at all. So, yeah, we're really struggling to get the ball into their feet because they're winning it back every time. They're doing a great job. I can't really complain about that. The performance from them at the moment deserve to be in front. Look at our passing. It's shocking. It's really shocking. Jesus into Kevin De Bruyne. The first time it actually looks like can go forward, and then we played it to the left back. That wasn't supposed to happen. It's supposed to be to Sané. Passing does seem to be very off in this game. I can't really describe it. De Bruyne turning his man brilliantly and shooting. Wow, 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 wow. We've been saved by De Bruyne here. He's got an equaliser. It's come from nothing. It's come from nothing. I sometimes say it's about the opposition where they don't deserve to get a goal, but we really don't deserve to get a goal. It's fantastic play. Great turn, though. Really good finish as well on top of that. It's an equalising goal. It's just Kevin De Bruyne's quality off the bench that's what got us that goal. Okay, could he have saved us here? Can we get ourselves a second goal? We don't just want a draw, we want a win. Jesus into Kevin De Bruyne, that's good. Kevin De Bruyne going to have to shoot from range here. De Bruyne does it! He scored! Kevin De Bruyne puts us in front for the first time in this game. And I can't believe it. With 11 minutes left, how has he finished from there? I was just thinking as I pulled the trigger, maybe I could have taken another few touches. I didn't realise the centre-back was dropping so deep and dropping off him. And maybe could have gone a little bit further forward if you just see the way he keeps jogging back, keeps going back. And eventually I pulled the trigger and we found the back of the net somehow there. It's a fantastic strike. It's 2 for De Bruyne, the substitute. And that is fantastic. 8 goals from him so far this season. Oh my days, we might have just got a lifeline. And it's completely undeserved as well. I cannot claim that we deserve to win this match. Probably not even a draw, to be honest. That's 2 shots I can remember in the second half. And we scored them both with Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, now we might have to look to go ultra defensive, to be honest, because, yeah, they are going to throw men forward and they're still going to attack us. Still going to try and score when Ederson saves. And I think we're going to have to change with 7 minutes left because, yeah, we can't defend, basically. Yep, so we're going to go 5 at the back, see how we get on with that. Hopefully just try and get as many players back as possible. Fabian Delph obviously going to go play as a left back now and see how that goes. Gulam with one of the centre backs alongside Company, Otamendi. Let's see how we get on with that. Just going to try and get players to drop as deep as possible and make sure that we can defend this lead. Otamendi's got position. Oh, so is everyone, but Ederson saves us. Oh my days, what was going on there? 3 centre backs rush out and neither of them get close to him. Ederson luckily saves us with a really, really good save there down to his left-hand side. Pereira now going to try and deliver into the front post. Got to be headed away. Sterling, can you do something for once? He's not been good in this game and they've still got it. I mean, this is just proof we don't deserve to win this match. We really don't. Delph looking to get on the overlap still. Don't know why we're still trying to go forward, but just about gets to the ball. Thought we were going to have a penalty there for a second. Play it short. Try and run down the clock a little bit more. Sterling now is going to have it and go for a cross eventually. Good delivery. Is that 3-1 or is he offside? No, it's 3. Well, that just shows how wrong this game can get it sometimes and how badly things can go for you sometimes because we don't deserve a 3rd goal. We didn't deserve a first, never mind a 3rd. And Otamendi's got it from this corner. Completely undeserved. It's 3 shots in the second half, 3 goals. And we've scored them all. Yeah, no idea how we managed to score all 3 of our chances, but he leaps in front of everyone. And it's a good connection, fair play. It's obviously a good goal, but yeah, 3-1 as a scoreline is not right at all. Watford this time not taking their chances, and this time we have taken ours, albeit a very limited amount of chances. Feels a lot like the Crystal Palace game that we had in the last match, except we're the Crystal Palace that have come away with a victory here. And so, yeah, we just seem to have taken the chances. Didn't play well, really poor, defensively terrible. 12 shots, 8 on target was a big surprise actually for us. Most of them probably came in the first half because we were penned in for most of the second half by Watford. 52% possession doesn't surprise me. In fact, I expected it to be higher for them. But 3 points somehow from that game and recovered just about for the Crystal Palace game in terms of result, but performance well off in performance. Should be doing so much better. Got to keep hold of the possession much better. And these are the games you should be controlling. We didn't control it. But anyway, that is it for today's episode. Obviously, we're into the January transfer window now. Now we're into 2018. So leave any suggestions you have in the comment section below. I don't know whether I will make any signings, to be honest. I might sell a few players and maybe have to replace them. But yeah, £170 million to spend. We've got a player injured and a bid in for De Bruyne, which we'll quickly deal with. Fernandinho out for 3 weeks, sprained ankle. And a bid in from PSG, £112.8 million for De Bruyne. Wow. We'll leave that one for next episode, I think. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and 100 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.